Yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah, yeah,
yo,
yeah, yeah.
yo.
While the world continues its constant turn, many will live but few will learn. Never trying to decipher how to discern. Dancing with devious deeds, ending in evil ways. Quick to leave the field after a groggy graze. Frivolously frozen in a fictional phase. I guess what I'm trying to say is exit the maze of craze and rays. When I serve this topic on trays, mixed with meat, mashed potatoes, and maize. As the vibration of my voice plays, feel the force of the friction graze. Cleansing your mind of insecure, illiterate ways. Banishing the Babylon haze. Rendering reality, realizing radiated light rays. During the compact compilation of each fluent phrase, I effectively enunciate how a part of my heart is outraged and blazed, dramatically dazed by the desolate dawn of the leper's last days. It pays to give thanks and praise for every needle found in stacks of hay that are used to scratch away pain like the crisp cleansing resonance of rain. I try to stay sane and tame and interflame towards those that claim to have caught a cunning criminal crumb. But what they really have begun is ignorantly institutionalize the innocent one over an incident that they think he has done, summoning an insufferable unclean scene that has intervened and come between a sacred poetic pound, shackled and bound, expelled from light like living underground, until tossed around only to be clowned. I know your anger is wound, but this message is profound. If you miss the shot, keep your faith and catch the rebound. Don't worry about the batter and step up to the mound. We once were lost, but now we're found. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
Sound. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, God, I was given instruction for earth that birth isn't worth living it out. Sometimes I have a doubt, having misperceptions in my head, so I shout. Wondering if I should pout, that's not what I'm about. So brush the salt off my back, and it's whack that I wanna jack and dumb crack. Maybe I need to get smacked to get my mind off that fat money making scheme. Maybe that's why I'm lean, to scrub myself clean and not act mean. Cause one false can set a fiend to bust one in my spleen. Bust one in my spleen. Yeah, cause I had a dream about a queen. Woke up the next day, she was a fiend about the green. Tried to act mean if I didn't smoke, I told her to get clean. She was a joke, finally realized I never wanted to poke. So choke on your words, next time you threaten me or you be dwelling at your pussy smelling like fish. I wouldn't have 100 cats with, so how real is this? No fingerprints on the thighs, so watch out all the lies as the bitch cries. And I denies the baby, what the fuck's going on lady? Why you acting shady? I guess that's the reason why all hoes are manless. And that's why I'm coming in with no sadness, straight talking and walking away. Bitches crying, but I don't care cause I'll sway my motherfucking way.
Why don't I got a girl? Why don't I got a girl? It's like this. The rhymes that I create then illustrate, compensate for the lugubrious lust of a universal female mate, in which irritate and agitate within my cranial crate as I stay in a sober-like weight, haunted by horrible visions of how to penetrate and copulate, feeling irate from the loss of being physically elate, combined with the bodily sedate after an extravagant ejaculate from giving into the lustful bait, entering the gate of a flawful fractious fate. Only a few can relate to the nutritional meat served on his plate, so examine and partake during his lyrical escalate that will translate as well as transliterate after I corrugate the words that insulate upon a one-dimensional paper slate at a slowish rate. Subsequent to the great contemplate, I illuminate and concentrate on how to configure and evaluate, minimizing many mistakes when I confiscate a chunk of raw emotion with a massive weight I gradually grate, so I can separate the real from the fake, then inaugurate an expeditional excavate that will infiltrate every trait and irrigate a mental form of filtrated phosphate, helping to cleanse and regulate my mind state, staying up late so I can appoint a certain date to consolidate, then demonstrate different points of view within my crew as we congratulate each other on what we do. Try to stay away from brew and any type of felon, taking precaution against the harlot hellion rebellion, using their bodies for selling. But in 80 years they will be swelling and smelling. Instead of withholding, they were telling. It wasn't long in the relationship before they were yelling. Vocals excelling, expressing a mental hell where they are dwelling and where they live. It's time to realize and it's time to give. Take your life, restart, and relive. Cause in the end the earth will take what you refuse to give. Clapping, tremendous tapping, 210 trapping, haters clapping and laughing, haters clapping and laughing. Tremendous tapping, 210 trapping, haters clapping and laughing, haters clapping and laughing. Tremendous tapping, 210 trapping, haters clapping and laughing, haters clapping and laughing. Yo, tremendous tapping, yo, tremendous tapping, yo, tremendous tapping, 210 trapping, haters clapping and laughing, disrespecting the inevitable art of rapping. Many sick peeps will hope and pray that all hip-hoppers will lay or witness their last day as the beats decay, but no way will they slay the poetic display of linguistic characteristics. Lyrically cherish it, everything that you spit, tear it up and rip. Give a gift to the microphone from your lips, overflowing information like one too many tips. Make it feel like every track is a trip, like from the shore to the abyss. Great grip, I appear as a tourist with a magnanimous twist. Within my list will consist certain ideas hard to resist, making haters pissed. Yo, upon this emotional roll, my mind will unfold a traditional scroll that contains a flow cold as snow until told. Once controlled, the rhyme will explode, flipping tracks like a railroad. When you run out of rhymes, you're quick to reload. Put a price on the words it's born because they're already sold. If you don't know what I'm saying, then you just aren't on my mode or level. I always have more bass than treble, known to man as a tradition's rebel. Just because I don't have no love for the devil. Between the microphone and the mind I meddle. Never go as low as pedal for cheap metal. Keep it real, cook a kettle, and brewed up mental. If something is borrowed, then return it like rental. What if it's fully owned, then keep it polished like dental. And if you're gonna touch the vine, then you must be gentle. And if you ascend away, you must also prepare a message to descend back where you came. So you got new brains to retrain and restrain those that try to destroy your brain. Within meditation lies a distant plane where tranquility and peace remain. Hop on an airplane and soar above the rain. When the mind isn't focused and trained, try to run on top of my rhymes and legs will sprain. A logical explanation is what my answers have became. I remain in the brain, this message I will ordain. If you need anything else, check the refrain.
Yo, this shit's man fat. You don't wanna roll up slow in a motherfucking caddy. Smack dog is bucking off shots in the alley, rolling up a patty. Got some leaders in the sea and a motherfucking bitch that be sitting on his knee. And everybody knew that the crew was nothing but some G's kicking back with the sack, puffing it like it was crack. With some geek ass niggas that be flowing like that, but what? Niggas get stuck. And any time that you try to bust a rhyme, we'll break you off like it was a murder crime. You're gonna be napping and rapping. Everybody snapping, tapping their feet on the motherfucking hot concrete. Everybody wanna listen to the street. It's like a lecture to feed. Lecture down right to my kneecap, where it's frozen. Southside Minnesota, with many soldiers. Look me in my eye, cause my high is more colder.
Yo, stop fast. Enough of all the ridiculous jogging. Release your leash that controls dying, hating and robbing. And gets those money making and bobbing their heads as they're mobbing. Quick like a bunny hopping and dreaming of jewels draining and dropping. Leaving cruising pain sobbing and creating a puddle so deep no need to try mopping. I keep my flows flip flopping, steadily hip hopping. Here's a piece of my mind, but I get to choose a top and hop on a boat swaying and rocking. Listen when I'm talking, or this vessel will be docking. After I place a piece of my mind in your stocking, I commence walking and stalking to correct mocking and interbund with the mind to begin unlocking upon the brain. Questions remain knocking like the multitude of grain or a lot of cars on a really long train. Eventually resolve and solving the answer, grabbing it between the clutches of the crane, placing it inside a mainframe where it shall remain. And what it became was an umbrella to defeat the mental rain. From all evil ways I try to refrain, but as for my thoughts, I will pray to stay sane. And out of in between my mind lies a sick grin, laughing from within, abolishing all sin the devil tried to pin, realizing that what I am is here to win. I will now display a replay of everything I just had to say so you can relay. You say no way, but I say hey, don't go one way. I don't got time to play. Don't create hate, for we are all but clay. Shape one way, rearrange and shape another way.